Hero X is one of the wildest anime of this year. At first look, it looks like a parody, but the more you watch it, the more it reveals the brutal story about trust, fear, corruption, and the heroes themselves. I'm breaking down why this show is so different compared to others, and why the real villains aren't the monsters but the people in charge. The animation hooks you right away. The blend of 3D and 2D feels cinematic. Flashy fights aren't what keeps you watching, it's the system behind it all. Heroes don't grow stronger through training or the power of friendship. No, fuck that. They grow stronger because people believe in them. They trust them. When that belief turns into fear, the same system creates monsters. And once you understand that, every character, every fight feels different. And take Ling, for example. He scammed his way into the top 10 hero list twice under the name Nice and his new name, the Commoner. Which, yeah, it sounds stupid, but it works because the world doesn't reward truth, it rewards image. And Ling knows how to play this game. Nice is the polar opposite. He is supposed to be this perfect hero on the surface, golden suit, white hair, flawless posture, but that perfection became his cage. The public expected too much of him, and that pressure cracks him up both physically and mentally. Him wanting to become into the top 10 heroes, trying to do everything that he's set to do so that he can go into top 10. He did unthinkable things, and even he did it. He game ended it. When Ling replaced him, he became better Nice than a Nice could ever be. And on the latest episode where he's back again, looking like he's broken both physically and mentally, we know that there's something happening in the show. And then there's the new Iso. He betrays his best friend, steals the name and reputation of the man who saved him as a Leo. His strength doesn't come from the ability to run fast or anything else. It comes from the agency propping him up. He's the clearest sign that this system doesn't care about truth, only about appearances. And then we have Hero X, the number one hero, the guy who can rewrite reality with snap of his finger. So powerful that he took Queen in the span of a 2 seconds. This guy is the definition of the strongest in there. And it's all thanks to the people trusting him. I don't know what to have bad on him. This guy is a true dude. He doesn't care about all the popularity. He's just a normal guy living his normal day and then becoming someone who can snap you out of existence in 2 seconds. And every one of those characters points to the same thing. Power is trust, fear is fuel to the villains, and fate is the fuel of heroes. And the one controlling that balance are the agency in suits. They decide who rises, who falls, and who gets remembered. That's why fights are so worded, because they're not just battle of fists, they're battle of perspective. And when you reach the big fights, they hit you hard because of that system and the animation alone. When you see the first fight of Nice, aka Ling, fight the boss, you see how pure animation and blood is spilled on it. You see how this animation and that fight is put so much detail. We see how people trusted him and that gives him power to overcome the fear factor of the guy. Or let's say Hero X, for example. This guy faults everyone who tries to fight him. In the latest 2 episodes, we see how this guy beats a crew of people like in 10 seconds. Or let's say Queen versus Boa. That was peak. And in the middle of all this, Nice, trying to prove himself one again, fails to defeat Dragon Boy and his idol. Not because he's weak, but because he was the crowd's trust. And once Hero X step in and finish the fight in an instant, we see how the system decides the outcome before the fights even start. And here's where you, the viewer, comes in. Into Hero X, the crowd decide everything. And Bilibili created their own site to vote on your favorite top 10 hero. And hero rises and falls on the spot. Nice only makes his comeback because the people start believing him once again. Or is it the scare factor? I don't know. But that's the scary part. You play the same role in real life. Option, every point you give them trust. You change the world too. We're not just watching, we're shaping the outcome of what's happening the next season. And that's what makes To Be Hero X so brilliant. It tricks you into thinking it's a parody, but underneath the comedy is a story about corruption, trust, and control. Ling exposes the cracks. Nice shows the cost of perfection. And Iso proves betrayal can be sold as heroism. The agency shows that suits are more dangerous than monsters. And Hero X himself proves that even God slaves into a public's eye. It's wild, it's flashy, but it's also one of the most honest takes on what it makes to be a hero, when image matters more than reality. Thank you so much for watching. If you liked it, comment and subscribe. Have a nice day, boys and girls, and see ya.